Well, first customer of the day. Hello, David.
Hello.
How are you, my friend?
Okay, thank you.
Yes. So, we have a couple of jobs that we're doing today. One of which is the title, which is power steering flushes. So, joint episode, 2 cars, 2 customers, well, 2 members, customers, 2 members, 2 power steering flushes, and 2 pieces of feedback. So, just to recap, this car had a slight issue at the end of the Classic Motor Hub Focus national event, where the belt kept coming off. Now, the story behind that is, well, a few things. Firstly, the garage, what did they do?
The garage wanted to replace the power steering pump.
Completely. The complete pump.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason?
They couldn't really understand what had brought the belt off.
So they were struggling to work it out.
So they went to go ahead and order a new pump.
What made them think it could be the pump?
I think it was me telling them.
Because of the play, yeah. So, just to clarify that, the pump pulley on a power steering pump, whatever focus, there is always going to be a little bit of play on the pulley, in and out. That's normal. What I think's happened is the garage have checked all the pulleys, spanned them, and checked for sideways play because the belt's walking off. That's what was happening. That is completely normal for a Mark 1 pump to have that kind of play. It's considered completely normal. It's not broken. There's plenty of them like that. In fact, they're all like that, as far as I'm aware. But the garage insisted on changing the pump. But I think
what I should have said was that the tensioner and the guide were replaced in March.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like they'd been on the car for 20 years.
No.
So this was the issue, wasn't it? Really?
They looked at the pump because it was the only thing that hasn't been changed. So they've done everything else.
New belt,
Yeah. So they just went through all the items. So they tried the tensioner. Well. They changed the belt. Yeah. Then they changed the tensioner. Yeah, and then no difference. It still walked off.
It walked off.
It walked off very
stationary.
It walked off quite quickly, didn't it?
20 minutes, I think they said.
Yeah. Yeah. So they then changed the idler pulley, the guide, which I've shown you in a video, guys. It was an SKF one that I changed. The one they've put on now is an inner. Inner.
The one they put on.
Perfect.
In March,
it's either got to be SKW or inner.
Presumably they put another inner one on because that's.
Yeah.
It must have.
Yeah, it would have been another. It might have been a faulty one. It must have been a faulty one because to do that, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You do get it even from the big brands. There's you just have to be really unlucky. Well, thankfully, touch wood, it's still that way. Yeah. So fingers crossed that continues. So for now, I think we've got to the answer, and I'm pleased to give you that answer. But the subject of the video, power steering. Once again, we have been at the power steering. Green hydraulic fluid. This car would have had it from brand new. Obviously, a later one you can convert to green, which is recommended because it feels better rather than thick at ATF. We have changed the power steering switch as part of the same job because if you haven't changed that, do it at the same time. £43 for the switch, probably about 35 quid for the fluid, maybe about 4 bottles. David only ordered 3 bottles, and what's remarkable is that after about 1.5 bottles, we virtually stopped and went all green. So this was what was coming out before, nice and black. After 1.5 bottles, so we used 2 bottles, and we've only used a tiny bit of the 3rd bottle for topping up purposes for the actual bleeding, starting the car, etc. That's what was coming out after 1.5 bottles. I have never known any Mark 1 to have to finish literally on 1.5 bottles. I said 4 bottles to you, 4 bottles. I said the same to my next member in the later part of this video. So we'll see how that goes. That's remarkable. So you still have to. I would still buy 3, ideally, maybe 4. Mr. Ink required 4. 50 Shades required 3. It depends on the car and how bad the fluid is. Well, this is just such a well-maintained car. Always has been. So, David, as far as it feels, what's the difference before and after?
There's a big difference. It was quite heavy and it just didn't feel right somehow.
No.
And now, even when the car was stationary on the drive, the wheel just spun around with
Light as
such ease. Yeah.
even as you're doing dry steering.
Which is the worst.
Yeah, it is. So when you're on the road, it's going to feel 20 times lighter. You're going to be driving with one finger. You're going to
I'm
feel.
probably going to be oversteering.
You're going to feel as if is my steering connected?
Yeah.
It's that light.
I know.
And that's the benefits of doing it. Because I can imagine a lot of members would say, you mentioned the exact words, my steering doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And that's a common complaint. And most people say, oh, the rack's gone, it's finished, you need the whole rack out and the subframe and everything else. No, you don't. If you've not done this, guaranteed it would make a rack that you think is tired. Mr. Ink's one is tired. I can feel it. But with the fluid change, it has helped to make it feel 10 times better. So, first member done, one satisfied customer.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us,
Thank you.
David. Now we switch over to the next member, day 2. And you join me on day 2, second customer, and this is, well, second member I should say, Adam Joe's lovely 05 LX. Yes, in a much better state of bodywork than Mr. Ink. Oh, we'll gloss over that. Second power steering flush, no more jobs than that. And we had a success and then we had a failure. If you look at the picture on your screen, you'll see 2 power steering switches. Now, the one with the big thread is the one that has come out of this car. Obviously, having air conditioning on a 1.6, it's not here, just as I don't have air conditioning on 50 Shades. It's at the back, and the power steering switch is right down here. You have to get a little jug. I've got one here that I managed to squeeze and catch it all, and it is disgusting. Really disgusting fluid. I can't tell what it was, whether it was red or green or mixture of inappropriate fluids over the years. It's never had this job done before. That switch is the one that is applicable for a 1.6 with air conditioning. Okay. Now, the mistake we've made is the parts number for this ends in 46, okay? 46. There you go. 1076646. This, right? Now, this is the part that came, excuse me, with Adam. Now, he bought this thinking it would fit, and to be fair, I made the mistake in telling him it would fit. I got my parts numbers wrong. So the one with the big thread, which we've had to put back in, we've done a flush, but we haven't changed the switch. We've had to put it back in because we don't have the correct switch. The one with the big thread in the picture is the correct one for this car. We've had to reuse it because this one, which we thought would be the correct one, it isn't. I've done this mistake before. It's the small one. This one with the small thread, 646, is applicable for 1.6 or 1.4 without air conditioning. Okay, this will not fit Adam's. So I've got a little gift for my work today for my work, so I shall pop that in there very sensibly. So we're going to go back and get another switch. The correct switch, I believe, for this car is 645. So it's the same number, but it's 645, not 646, to clarify that. So we're going to get a new one and we'll sort that out. What was in the system? Well, this is an 05 plate car, so it would have had red ATF fluid from new. And we are, unlike David's car, where it was green from the start, and we are just putting green in. This was a very thorough flush to remove any of suspected red ATF but old stuff in the system. This is how dirty they get, and that's completely normal. And strangely, that jug, we managed to extract as much as possible. Maybe the dregs was left in the system, but we have about 600 millilitres of fluid out of this power steering system. That is 600 to 700 millilitres is the entire capacity of the power steering system, believe it or not. It's not much at all. It is literally what's in that jug. And we will try to flush that out as best as possible and put all this fresh green stuff in to give him lighter steering as per the 1998 spec Ford Focus. And well, again, like David, I would just ask the owner what he thinks. What do you think about the steering feel before and after?
Before it was heavy and heavy-ish.
Yes.
And it still had plenty of feel, but heavy-ish.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's much lighter, but still has the same feel, so it's definitely improved.
That's quite nice, because I think I think with Mark 1 steer, you're never going to get totally light steering with a Mark
No.
1. They were deliberately designed to be slightly heavy to give you a nice direct steering
Yeah.
feel. Because if you make a steering too light, there's plenty of cars with power steering where it feels vague.
Yeah.
That's not these, because if it feels vague, you feel less connected to the drive, and that's not what a Mark 1 is about. So I'm glad that there's a significant improvement there. We will have to come back to this for that switch.
Yeah.
So we've got two. By the way, David's car, we did 1.5 bottles as mentioned. This car was roughly the same. We've literally used 2 bottles and it came out green. So amazing. Even though the condition of that is disgusting, we quickly removed it from the system. So fantastic. We've got 2 bottles left over. That's for next time and we'll sort that out.
Yeah.
But anyway, as far as this video is concerned, another great car, and it will feel so much better for the good of it. So that's 2 examples. Do it on yours. You've seen the videos I've done. I've done it on both engines now. It's easy. Take care, guys.